What's happening, guys? Um, just decided to record myself this morning to talk about a few things. Just random, Like, I just wanted to talk about things in my mind and what I've been reading about lately and stuff like that. One of the things I want to talk about today is King David. King David in the Bible. Now, I was reading the story about David in Samuel, the book of Samuel, and he's renowned for him being king, but also him defeating Goliath with a pebble. And I don't know, when I was reading through it, it made me think, like, how like life can feel sometimes a bit unexpected or random. Like, you feel like, I don't know, like sometimes it feels a bit messy, and you're trying to make sense of what to do and where to go from here onwards. And as time passes on, you just feel like a lot of things that happen to you are a bit random, and you feel as though, like, I don't know. Anyway, on my chest, I feel like I have to talk about the whole God doesn't call the prepared, but prepares the called. And King David is an example of that. Before he was king, he was a shepherd, tending flocks and what have you. But the main thing that caught my attention was more so like he killed a lion with his hands. And in the Bible it mentions about how he actually pulled the sheep out of the lion's mouth and pulled on his mane and struck it and killed it. And he did the same thing with a bear. And if you want to actually read it in depth, I'll put it on the screen here of the entirety. But essentially he says to Goliath, I've been able to kill a bear and a lion, I'm going to kill you in the same manner. And I don't know if you're in a situation where you feel as though you don't have real direction, but sometimes what you go through in life, you go through certain things where you might have killed a lion or killed a bear to help you prepare for something next. I think as Christians we all have a desire to help spread the gospel, but we also have a heart to do something that we care about, whether if it's, I don't know, like being an athlete and going to the Olympics, or whatever it's being an artist, it's a form of expression. And I think sometimes it's easy to get caught on the trap of, you want to do the right thing as a Christian, you follow the rules, you heed the Ten Commandments, you're trying to be the best version of yourself. Well, that's well and good. I think sometimes, for me anyway, is that we don't tap into the grace of Jesus enough. Because I feel as though what he did on the cross is something that is impossible. And I think sometimes it's easy to be like, yeah, cool, like, he died and rose again and I have eternal life. It's easy to intellectualize it. But what he did was impossible. And therefore we receive impossible grace. And, in Matthew it talks about how we seek and we find. I find that is to be true in many things I do in my life. Like, any interest that I have, and I have the desire to seek and learn more about it, I feel like doors just open up with certain, like, more knowledge and etc. etc. And but in instances there will be obstacles that you'll face to see if, like, your faith in something is true, or is it going to be cut short because when an obstacle arises you quit. And I don't know, I just feel like I want to talk about King David because he's like the unlikely hero of, well, becoming king but also taking down Goliath like a 9 foot giant, and all the Israelites were meant to fight him with armor and bravery and, with swords and spears and whatever. But David was like the shepherd dude that was like scrawny and small and just killed him with a pebble. Like, how do you even do that? Well, you have to at least experience things that you never thought you were capable of doing, like killing a lion and a bear, by protecting your sheep. And I feel like sometimes we hear about the Goliath takedown and not enough about the other small wins that David experienced, like defeating and killing that lion and killing that bear. Like, that is remarkable. Like, how? And I just wonder if there's anyone out there, have done like these little miracles or little impossible feats, and maybe take it for granted, and help you realize that, if you've done these, maybe it's lining up for you to take down another giant, such as Goliath. So I don't know. I just want to have a chat and download my thoughts over to you. So appreciate listening to me. So yeah, thank you.